Cyrano de Bergerac. It's hard to review this movie and separate it from the amazing play by Edmond Rostand on which it's based. He's the same guy who wrote The Fantastics, like,
Try to remember the kind of September.
Compared to that play, Cyrano is bigger, louder, and existentially more idealistic. My first exposure to this was the English-language José Ferrer movie from back in the 30s, which grabbed me when I was in my teens, and then I had to read the play itself, repeatedly. It probably doesn't hurt my love for this film that I first saw it in Le Mans, where much of it was filmed, during their Renaissance Festival, which took place in the locations showcased in the movie. Walking out of the cinema to that same fairy tale world was a surreal and amazing experience. In case you only know that Cyrano is a guy with a big nose, here's a quick summary. Everyone in town is crazy about this beautiful, witty, but shallow woman named Roxanne. Two men love her. Cyrano has brains and Christian has looks. So they team up, Cyrano providing witty banter for Christian to win Roxanne's love. Obviously, this will not end well for any of them. There's also a slimy count named de Guiche who hates Cyrano and wants Roxanne for himself. This movie is something special. Its opening scene is a masterpiece of build-up. We see a galaxy of lumière, riders, thieves, pastry chefs, drunks, and heroes, including both the expected hero, Christian, and the unobtainable Roxanne, all through the eyes of a young boy, who serves as our guide through the first half of the film. And finally, Cyrano emerges, and he is terrifying. Funny, intelligent, and terrifying. Maybe my favorite moment is when Cyrano and de Guiche back up into each other during a battle after months of hating each other's guts. Cyrano is basically on a suicide mission at this point, and de Guiche has put his own life on the line for having betrayed his Gascon battalion to the enemy. They make eye contact for a second, and they realize there are much bigger things at stake here than their enmity. Hats off to director Jean-Paul Rappeneau for this, and for many other superb scenes that are not actually in the play. When they all march off to war, the kid from the beginning watches out of a window, and he gives a farewell nod to Cyrano, which the hero returns. And it's clear the kid has figured out who is the hero in this story. But it's not as if the original play is short on great scenes. There's that moment when Roxanne lets the starving soldiers know that she smuggled food through enemy lines.
Eh bien, notre précieuse était une héroïne.
Monsieur de Bergerac, je suis votre cousine.
Or the moment when de Guiche declares he won't eat any of that, because he too is a Gascon. And I didn't even mention the nose speech, the duel in poetry, the balcony scene, tout le Gascogne. Cyrano, who is based on a real man, is everything. He's a poet, he's a sci-fi pioneer, he's a war hero, but sadly, he's never a lover because he never dares. Depardieu has given a lot of great performances, and he does the performance of a lifetime here. Vincent Perez, too. He makes Christian an honorable dope, a brave fighter who simply dives deeper than he can swim. Jacques Weber is fabulous, as always, as the sort of villainous de Guiche. He's one of those character actors who could do anything with flair. I mean, I would watch that man butter toast. Anne Brochet does a lot with the role of Roxanne. All she really needs to do is look pretty and deliver her lines, but as the movie moves along, she gets tougher, she gets smarter, she gets more tomboyish, and she gets a lot more interesting. I recently did a review of Fiddler on the Roof, which is about a man dissecting his own moral code. What is divine and what is man-made? Cyrano doesn't look into that. Cyrano is his own moral compass. He has a very specific list of rules, and he never deviates from them. Cyrano is the living embodiment of a refutation of Aesop's fable of the reed. He will not bend, nor will he break. His unbending ethics are the center of the story. He cancels the debut of a play because he hates the lead actor. And then he donates his salary to the actors to pay for it. He risks his life daily to deliver love letters to his cousin anonymously. And he has one of the best monologues outside of Shakespeare in his Non, merci.
And what would you have me do? Look for someone in power to crawl up like ivy on a tower? No, thank you. Dedicate my verses to bankers? No, thank you. But to sing, to dream, to laugh, to be free. Without the tree or the tower, I may not get very high, but I will get there on my own.
The crazy thing about this play, about this movie, is that it makes you into Cyrano, or it makes you want to be Cyrano. The talent, the refusal to stoop, the ironclad sense of honor, the amazing sense of humor, the panache.